Well, Jim, it's a great delight for both of us, I'm sure, to be back here in Hong Kong covering the Hong Kong International Classic. It's a marvellous event and played in fantastic surroundings and great hospitality from the Hong Kong Lawn Bowling Association. So it's great to be back, Jim.
It really is. I've had a busy week though, David, on umpiring. I don't know what you've been doing. What have you been doing?
Well, I'm here covering the event, so I'm supposed to be anyway for the UK newspapers and for Bowls magazines, and I've managed to get a little bit of time off, and I went over to Lama one day and had some nice seafood and walked over from one of the ports to the other one. Before coming back to Hong Kong, I've also been to the cultural centre, the concert hall, and watched and listened to the Hong Kong Philharmonic. That was quite an experience.
Very nice, very nice. You didn't manage to catch the racing at all?
No, I didn't, but I understand you did.
I did, but not very successfully on the evening. But a wonderful venue at Happy Valley. Absolutely amazing.
Yes, there's much more to Hong Kong than just the bowls, but the bowls is what we're focusing on today, and this is the final of the Hong Kong Classic pairs, ladies pairs, and it's a marvellous occasion for Hong Kong because here are the Hong Kong youth team in action. Amy Choi and Vivian Yip, they've come through a very, very strong field to challenge the mighty Australians, Christina Krstich and Karen Murphy in the final. It's a historic day for Hong Kong, and we've been talking about the Hong Kong Youth Development Team for a few years now and saying how important they are. Well, it's all coming to fruition. We've got 21-year-old Amy Choi and 23-year-old Vivian Yip here in the final against two of the best bowlers in the world. The scene is set. It couldn't be better.
I'm just talking to both girls before they went on the green, and they're excited and they're confident.
They say they slept well and didn't have any dreams, but today it could be a dream come true.
I didn't manage to speak to the Aussie girls, did you?
Well, yes. I mean, they've had a good time here. They've been very, very impressed with the event. This girl on the mat now is Karen Murphy. She's 40 years of age, and she's been around for quite a long time. The first time I came across her was in 1998, when she was competing and winning a gold medal in the Commonwealth Games in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, but the Bukit Kiara arena in Kuala Lumpur. She's partnered today by a 21-year-old prospect who is the world junior champion, Christina Krstich. But Karen Murphy is in fact the regional director for World Bowls, in charge of development of the game in Asia and Oceania. So she's quite an important person, Karen Murphy.
So she's playing against two of her prodigies, for want of a better word.
Well, in a sense, and I'm sure she'll be very impressed with them. She must feel a little bit out of fish out of water today as well, because being 40, the other three players on the rink are all in their early 20s. So she must be looking back at herself, really, in the old days when she was bidding for Commonwealth Games medals in Malaysia in 1998.
I've been umpiring this week, and I managed to be involved with the Aussie team and both the Hong Kong youth team, and both have played very, very well. In fact, the Hong Kong youth team came top of their section, and I think they lost one game out of the whole lot.
Well, yes, both these teams, in fact, came through their sections in fine style. The sections, by the way, let's put you in the picture. There are 24 teams in the Hong Kong International Classic pairs, and they're divided into two groups of 12, and it's a grueling round robin being played all week. 11 games, every team has had to play, and
Sometimes 3 a day.
sometimes 3 a day. Yes, one, 2, or 3 a day, and both these teams came through as top of their sections and earned a fast track into the semi-finals. So they've done really well. In fact, both these teams lost twice on the way to the knockout stage. Australia lost to Zhonggang from mainland China.
That would be a surprise, David.
It was, and lost in straight sets as well. And they also lost in straight sets to England. So that didn't go round too well because the feeling there is between the Aussies and the Poms. But the Hong Kong youth team, Amy and Vivian, they lost their first game to the Philippines, but bounced back and won all their other games apart from one. And they lost in straight sets to Brunei, and that was a little bit of a surprise,
That's a surprise. No surprise for them to get beat by the Philippines, because with the Philippines did very, very well last year.
Yes, of course, the Philippines won the men's pairs last year and the women's pairs. They notched up a fantastic double, and they were going strong this year too.
But I umpired the men's game yesterday, and they were beaten by Wales in a fantastic match.
There have been some marvellous games here and some good finishes as well, and that was one of them, going to a tie-break. Just again to put people into the picture if they're not used to this level of bowls, the format is best of 2 sets, and each set lasts 9 ends. Now, at the end of the day, if it's 1 set apiece, we go into a tie-break, and the tie-break consists of just 3 ends, in which all shots are scored. In other world events, sometimes they play just a tie-break on sets. So your tie-break will finish either 2-0 or 2-1. But here, every shot scored in the tie-break counts, so you can have scores in the tie-break like 5-0 or 6-2 or whatever. It makes life interesting.
So it's Amy who got the match, so obviously the Hong Kong youth team have won the toss, David, about to start the match.
Well, one assumes that, of course, but they toss at the beginning of the match, and the winner of the toss has the choice as to whether they go first or whether they put their opponents in, just as in cricket, I suppose. Let's assume that the Hong Kong youth team won the toss. They've taken the jack, which means that they've got the length that they require. This is Amy, 21 years old.
What a good start, David.
Yeah, I should be pleased with that.
Jack high.
There are 3 L's in bowls, of course: line, land, and luck. And
You say this girl's the under-25 world champion?
yes, she is. Yes. Last year she lost in the final of the World Under-25 Singles Championship. This year she actually won it. That was in Queensland on the Broadbeach Greens, where they will be playing the Commonwealth Games in 2018.
Another good ball here.
Yes, very good start for Amy Choi. Kristina Krstic, of Croatian descent, born in Australia, but both her mother and father are Croatians. This is better. Oh, that's very good adjustment.
And the toucher.
The toucher earns a bit of chalk. Karen Murphy applying the chalk to Christina's bowl there.
Amy's got a lovely delivery. She's obviously been well coached.
But all the players in the Hong Kong youth development team have come under strict supervision, and they've been brought along very expertly over the years. Amy's uncle is Walter Kwok, a well-known bowler in Hong Kong. Three bowls in this pairs format. Traditionalists will know that pairs is normally played with 4 bowls per player, but the 3-bowl version is quite an interesting one. It makes you concentrate with. This is good.
It's a very good start. Very good start.
Well, that, you know, is just how Vivian Yip has been playing. She's proved up to every challenge so far. She's had good support from Amy Choi, but she's done the business herself. This is Karen Murphy. Karen Murphy, it must be said, is the world champion. Won that title in Adelaide in 2012.
Vivian was the youngest winner of the singles, the ladies singles competition in Hong Kong, and also the champion of champions. I think she got that over the past 2 years.
Well, look at that for consistency. Brilliant play from Vivian Yip.
Well, if this is going to be the standard, David, we're in for a treat.
Yes, if she didn't know before, Karen Murphy is well aware now she's in for a game of it here at the Kowloon Bowling Green Club. Lovely line from Karen, but a bit short, and that's a nuisance value. She won't be very pleased with that. It blocks the approach. Yip Waitak.
She's playing the same hand. Hope she doesn't hit that green ball. There you go.
That was not necessarily disaster, but it was not in the script.
Yes. The Aussies are off the hook with this one.
Well, the Australian bowl came up, but I'm not sure whether it came up in the shot position.
I think Hong Kong youth team must have been lying about 3 shots there.
Last bowl of the end from Karen Murphy. Again, a good line. Oh, she's repaying the compliment.
Yes.
Pushes in that bowl of the Hong Kong youth. Is 2 shots to Hong Kong youth. Could it be 3? No, I think Amy Choi had a good look at it, settled for 2. She was entitled to ask for a measure if she wanted to, but she was quite certain it was only 2 shots. But what a great start for the youngsters.
A wonderful start.
From Hong Kong, Amy Choi and Vivian Yip are 2-0 up against the Aussies.
She seems to prefer the long jack.
Well, yes, that's her choice.
Her choice.
She and Vivian may have been talking about that before the game, saying, shall we play them on short jacks or long jacks? Well, it's a long jack choice. But if you're going to put the jack up there, you've got to put your woods as well.
You've got to reach it.
Yes. So, great chance for Christina on the backhand. Well, I think Christina saw Amy drop short and thought, well, I'm not going to drop short. I'm going to get up there, and rather overcompensated. So it's wide open.
And the back ball's not wasted. a round of applause, so she must be close. Yes, very close.
Yes. Dead length.
Unlucky.
Yes, great effort there. Toucher, chalk on the bowl, which means that if that bowl goes into the ditch at any stage during this end, it will remain alive. Well, that's not wasted. One round the back.
I would have thought she would have stuck to the same hand, the backhand. She's been playing it well. Going to take her own ball out.
Very
But
straight
no,
hand that. It didn't bend a lot, Jim.
Not a lot.
So the leads, Christina and Amy, have done their stuff. Here they cross mid-green with the customary shake hands or high five going on. And now it's the turn of the skips. The skips are the ones who have the last laugh, and in this case it's Vivian Yip, not reaching,
Big shot.
and Karen Murphy, of course. Backhand.
Well, she certainly wasn't going to be short there.
Well, the position is developing well for Australia. They may be one down, but they've got three bowls just behind the jack waiting to receive, so we can assume that Karen Murphy will be well up to it with her next delivery. This is good from Vivian, much better. That's a great bowl.
That's perfect.
The high fives there between Amy and Vivian.
Well, that's not the best bowl she's ever bowled.
No, it's not. I mean, she played. I was surprised she played quite so much weight behind that as well, because that sort of weight, she's going to make a mess of it, and the jack isn't going to go anywhere. What she needs, Karen, is just a gentle trail. During the group games, Vivian Yip became quite well known for her aggressive play. She was
Well, certainly a bit aggressive there.
yes, trying to get a back bowl in, of course, there, but went a little bit too far. Karen Murphy's turn to be aggressive. Backhand, looking for the right line, looking to pick the jack up. Oh, she's playing this on the forehand. She's
well,
unlucky.
There you go. That doesn't happen very often, does it? The jack bouncing forward.
Perhaps she'd have preferred to hit the bowls rather than the jack. Although the jack in the ditch would have been perfect for Australia, there's still a lot of shots here for
I think there's
for
4
Hong
or
Kong.
5. I think there's 4 or 5.
Well, a pensive Karen Murphy, an error which wasn't of her making, really, because she was bang on target that time. Very unlucky to hit the jack, bounced it out into the open and dropped 5 shots, is it, Jim?
5 shots. I think the Hong Kong girls will take that one though.
So what a dream start for Vivian and Amy, up against one of the best pairs in the world. They're 7-0 ahead after just 2 ends. What a test this is for these youngsters, Jim. But it's a test of temperament as well. Overplayed that, that's gone into the ditch. That won't play any more part in this end.
I think that's adrenaline kicked in there
Yes.
after the 5.
It's part of the test for the youngsters now is to keep a lid on it and not get too excited.
Too excited. Mind you, I have to admit that was very unlucky by Karen Murphy. How many times do we see the jack jumping forward? And these short bowls of Hong Kong came into play.
That's a much better delivery from Amy Choi, just a yard through past the jack in a good place. That's very good. A little touch on the front bowl, straightened it up a bit, but it would have been pretty close anyway. Another very good bowl from Amy Choi, not getting shot, but a closer second.
Oh. 1 to Australia. In the background there is Rita Sheck wearing the red shirt. She's one of the coaches. I think she's the national coach, David. Obviously been coaching these girls very, very well.
And will have reason to be very proud of
Absolutely.
how they're doing.
And last week as well with the singles finalists.
I was honoured to be asked by the Hong Kong Lawn Bowls Association. Look at this. Well, almost.
Just fell back.
That shows just how good Vivian Yip is, though. She almost got the shot there in a difficult position. The main thing is, now that they're 7-0 up, is to make sure they don't drop any big counts. I was saying that I was honoured by
Yes,
to be asked by the Hong Kong Lawn Bowling Association to do a piece for the official programme for this event, and I was waxing lyrical about how it was either the UK countries or Australia and New Zealand who tended to dominate in the Classic, and that last year was an exception with the Philippines coming on strong. But this year, it's definitely Hong Kong that's caught the eye.
Absolutely.
Hong Kong players winning the singles last weekend. Geordie Lowe winning the men's, and Dorothy Yu winning the women's. And now Hong Kong youth in the final of the women's pairs. Great bowl from Karen Murphy. That makes it 2.
Well, you see what Vivian's going to try and do here. Come on to your own bowl.
This is made for Vivian. In fact, this is the sort of shot that she really enjoys.
It's the sort of shot she's played all week when I've been umpiring.
Forehand with weight with the right sort of contact, this head could change completely.
Well,
Good
she's on
line.
a good line.
Good weight. She's got it. Oh, she's pushed it into second, I think. A little bit more weight behind that and she'd have got shot out of it.
From where we're sitting, it looks like one, but there's a signal for two.
Yes, Christina there said 2 shots to Australia and is hoping that Karen Murphy can make it 3. It's a tough ask. I still think it's just 1
I think
for
it's 1.
Australia.
Settled for 1. So 7-1 after 3 ends. See now, David, we're going for a shorter jack. Obviously, Australia are not confident with the longer one. The minimum, of course, has got to be 23 metres from the front of the jack, front of the mat, to the jack.
Well, it may not be quite as simple as the Aussies not being confident about the long jacks. It may be that they think we're going to throw these Hong Kong youth people off their favourite length.
And a good start.
Yes, just what was required from Australia. This is Amy Choi. Both the leads, 21 years of age.
Not bad. What a good effort.
Christina Kurstic is a student chiropractic. Lives in Perth and plays for the Manning Club.
Well, we can see what length Christina prefers. Very, very accurate.
Very good. Back home in Australia, of course, Christina would be used to playing on very, very fast greens, much faster than these in Hong Kong. That's good bowling.
Very consistent. She has been very consistent all week. Just a little bit tight that time.
Yes, the weight was very good for the job. Just was hoping that would find the straight line down into the jack.
You may have heard the hip hip hooray in the background. That's because we're very close to the hockey pitches at Kowloon Cricket Club, which is right next door.
Yes, they've got a couple of very good bowling greens over there too. Bowling greens that have improved a great deal over the last year or two. I think they've got a new greenkeeper who's doing some great stuff there.
Just quite not finding the line on this shorter jack.
Christina showing some encouragement to Karen Murphy. It pays off. It comes in for shot. Now the tide is turning, but
See what Vivian can do here.
again, she won't be short. This is one of her specialities. She's on target. Oh, well bowled. Jack goes out. She still shots down, but it's in the open now.
Difficult for us to see from where we're sitting. Is she looking at 3 down here, David, do you think?
Well, there's no doubt who's got the shot. Karen Murphy has just delivered it. And I think that Australia are holding another 2 shots at least.
This is a test for her drawing skills.
Well, I've been watching her playing some aggressive stuff during the week, but I've also watched her playing some very good drawing bowls. This is good. Oh, well played.
Still 1 down though, I think.
Walter Kwok there in the foreground. Uncle of Amy Choi, looking on proudly. And didn't quite come off that last bowl of Vivian Yip, but cut the score down from what we thought was 3 or 4 to just the single. And that's important. 7-2.
So after that, I think we'll have another short Jack here.
Tall and athletic. The 21-year-old Kristina Kurstic. Bowling for Australia and bowling very well to a jack length that she chose. Very short length this time. Karen Murphy looking much happier now than she did a couple of ends ago.
Oh, a good reply.
That's just what Amy Choi has to do, to try to stick with her opponent. Don't try anything fancy, just try and get a good second. Choi Ging Yi, to give her her Chinese name. Young Amy.
Just another good ball here.
Coming into their own now, the Aussies, looking dangerous. 5 ends left in this first set. And we may be watching a rear guard action from the Hong Kong youth team.
A little bit on the tight side, this one. Hong Kong team need to win an end and get back on the longer jacks.
Women's world champion Karen Murphy.
Where did she win that? Australia?
That was in Adelaide in 2012. Also a former winner of the World Indoor Singles Championship at Potter's Resort in England. She's an all-round player, Karen Murphy.
They haven't quite got to grips with the line on the shorter jacks.
Well, the Aussies certainly finding the line and length now. That's a great bowl from Karen Murphy. It's 3 shots in the head from Australia. If they keep the 3 shots, then they reduce the deficit to just 2 at 7-5. Another attacking bowl from Vivian Yip. Takes one out.
Takes one out.
Damage limitation. It's only 2 shots to Australia now. Well, this is very difficult for Vivian
Extremely.
because she'd like to hit this, but if she does and the jack goes, they could be worse off, Jim.
I think there'd be 3 down if the jack goes back.
Yes.
Wider line.
And if you're wide on that hand, it just doesn't want
Just
to come back
doesn't.
at all. But you could tell, and the Aussies could tell, as soon as that ball was halfway down the rink, they knew it was
2
going
shots.
to miss.
Yes.
2 shots to Australia, and well, we're beginning to get a game of it here in the first set of this Hong Kong International Classic final. Just 3 shots separating the teams,
The Hong Kong girls are not so comfortable on the shorter jacks.
but they're still in front, and it's 7-4 here after 5 ends. 4 ends to play in this first set. The short jacks have given the Australians a chance to play a little bit more finesse. And that's what they're used to doing back home in Australia, where the greens are lightning fast. It's all touch play there. They're not so happy when they've got to hurl them down the green. That doesn't come naturally to the Aussies.
Well, there's a window of opportunity here. Needs one close. Put the pressure on. So Hong Kong couldn't take advantage.
Just running through, but nothing wrong with that. Now this time, she was a yard short last time. Overcorrected. That's not bad,
Not
Jim.
bad, not bad.
Needs a bit of correction on this, and
She's adjusted.
has made it.
Yes.
Very well played. Well, Vivian Yip saying, well, don't change your hand. Play the forehand still. Get the bowl or the jack. Not far away. Oh, she's drawn the shot, I believe.
Difficult from where we're sitting. I see umbrellas going up, David. We've been very lucky with the weather, but it is expected to be showery today.
The visiting players are quite fascinated as well when it does come to rain, because initially the greens speed up a little bit, and the leaves of the grass settle down, flatten down on the surface, and reduce friction. Of course, the more it does rain, the heavier it gets. But initially, you can be caught out by a sudden increase in speed. Oh, very good. That's 2 shots.
Here's the Fa Wong with the umbrellas for the umpires. The Fa Wong being the groundsman.
And there's more to it than looking after the grass. Obviously, you look after the umpires as well. Oh, that was unlucky from Karen Murphy, finding the gap there. She was looking for the jack, preferably, but the bowl would have done. Hong Kong youth a bit vulnerable around the back. Oh, don't push that in. Oh. Well, in some ways that might be better, you know. I know that Hong Kong youth are 1 down at the moment.
I'm looking at these back bowls,
Yes,
David.
it may be that because she's holding shot now, Karen Murphy will be reluctant to play the trail. She'll try to keep the 1. What does she do? This is an interesting situation here.
I would think she'll go for the try and trail the jack for a 4. But obviously Hong Kong's got 1 board left if she does that.
Well, I think they've decided to be bold. The encouragement being given to Karen Murphy there by her lead, Christina Kurstich. There we are. She says, come on, Karen, you can do this. So she'll play it on the forehand. She was very close with her first and second deliveries. It's a slight adjustment on line, and she could pick the jack up and make 4 shots and take all the danger away. Not far away. Ah, she's got another shot. She'll be very happy with that. And again, the position all against Hong Kong youth now. They're shots down in the head, but if Vivian hits this, she could be worse off.
The last thing she needs is a drop of 4 or a 5. The heads might go down then.
They've played really well to get here, the Hong Kong youth pair. Well, no damage.
I think on that occasion it was, I'll settle for 2 down.
Yes, well left. 2 down, and well, you've got to give the Aussies credit. They've come back really well here, very very strongly. They've scored 4 ends in a row, 2 singles, 2 doubles, and they now trail by just 1 shot, 7-6.
It's when as soon as they went for the shot of jack, that's been it.
A lot of eyebrows were raised when the Hong Kong youth pair went 7-0 up after just 2 ends. They scored a double on the first end, followed by 5 shots on the second end. But since then, it's been Australia all the way. And a touch of class from the Aussies. They've really got their heads down, changed the length on short jacks. They're bowling magic.
And another good start.
Really found her touch.
Come on now, Amy. Get one in.
And it's not as though the Hong Kong youth team have been bowling badly. Amy's been bowling quite well at lead. And Vivian has shown her class as well. You see, this is a good bowl, good line, just running
Just
a
a bit.
shade. Two ends left to play in the first set after this one.
Well, that's a bit of a target.
That's good play. Good second.
Oh.
Oh, the
you would not thought it had gone through that gap.
gap looked too small. Both the Hong Kong players have been picked to play in the Asia Pacific Games next week. They'll be off to New Zealand to play in Christchurch.
Are you covering that one, David?
No, I'm covering the Atlantic Championships in Cyprus, which are on virtually the same time. And both those events are qualification events for World Bowls, the World Bowls Championships, which will be held in Christchurch in November, December 2016. Karen Murphy will be hoping to be selected in the singles to defend her singles title.
But obviously she's got to win the Australian title first. Or national singles.
No, it doesn't actually work like that. It's entirely a subjective decision on the part of the selectors who they want to play. It helps if you win your national title, of course. That is put down on your CV. But a lot of weight will be given to the fact that Karen Murphy is the reigning world champion. She will possibly be given the chance to defend her title.
I don't think she'll be very happy with that one.
So a chance for Vivian Yip. A reaching bowl on the backhand. Don't give it too much green, it won't come back. Oh,
Not the best one either.
with Hong Kong holding the best back bowls, I would have
best,
expected Vivian to be up to that. She'll be up next time.
You and me both. I notice now we've got the floodlights on, David.
Yes, the light levels have dropped. It's an uncomfortable sort of morning, but the players are oblivious to that. They will carry on regardless.
Still very humid.
Well, after that discussion, Christina Kirstich was urging Karen Murphy to put in a positional bowl round the back. She knows that Vivian Yip is a dangerous player, an attacking player, and this time She's looking for the jack through.
This
Close.
is a better one. Oh,
Oh, missed by a fraction of an inch there. 2 shots though, surely there to Australia, which means
new leader.
for the first time in the match after 7 ends of this 9-end set, Australia are in the lead for the very first time. 8-7.
And it's all because the Hong Kong girls can't get to grips with this shorter jack.
Karen Murphy looking up at the heavens. Is the drizzle going to stop? Should she put on her waterproof gear? Well, the temperature is quite mild, so they'll probably carry on regardless.
It was looking a bit black when the cameras focused on the high-rise buildings. But in front of us, its skies looks a bit clear.
Kristina Kirstic, the world under-25 singles champion, laying the foundations here in this Hong Kong International Classic Women's Pairs Final.
She's certainly been the more consistent lead on the shorter jacks. I don't think that one was Amy's best.
A much better effort.
Very good lead bowling.
Never far away, Kristina Kirstic from Perth. Will it bend? Looks like a batsman padding the wicket down there. Here's Karen Murphy in action. Bend just enough, I think. Yeah, well played.
Yes, if the weight's right.
Well, the pressure mounting now on the youngsters. Oh yes, that's what she's been doing all the way through this this event. And if she's in trouble, she doesn't hesitate. Up to it. Attacking bowls, take the jack through. That was an important delivery from Vivian Yep. It's in the open though, so it's drawable for both players now.
Well, that's a surprise.
Well, Karen Murphy there, knowing that she had to give it more green, thought that it would be a bit heavier out there. It ran through. Now then, Vivian. Did the first bit, putting it in the open. Can you draw to it? Looks good.
The answer is yes. That's another surprise, David.
Well, yes, that was a much better bowl from Karen Murphy. If it had managed to get past that front bowl, it would probably have run in for shot. But wrecked on the front stuff. A poor bowl, really, from Karen Murphy. She should have given it enough green.
Well, it's certainly not the best 2 bowls she's ever bowled in her life.
What have I got to do to get another shot? Says Vivian Yip, looking at it from every angle there, and they're enjoying every minute of it. Smiles there from Amy Choi. And, Vivian Yip, she should be able to make this one count. To regain the lead.
This is another one. This is lovely balls.
Perfectly played.
A well-deserved round of applause.
Yes, no problem for Vivian Yip there. The 2 shots have been conceded. They're looking possibly for a third. I didn't see that coming, but they're a long way away.
I think they should call for the umpire. Is it 3?
I think it was 2.
No signal from the...
But well, I don't suppose we'll know until they put the score up on the scoreboard. Well, we think it's 2. I'm putting 2 on my scorecard.
You can put 2 down. It's on the official scoreboard as well.
Which means
The
that
last end, 9-8 for the Hong Kong youth team.
And not only do the Hong Kong youth regain the lead, they've now got the jack in their hands, and we'll have a long jack. Enough of that short stuff that Australia was so nifty on. We'll go long, and
There's a big ball here. A good start. That's what she wants. Very close. Exactly what Hong Kong youth team wanted.
you've got to admire the way that the Hong Kong youth team have kept their cool. They were dropping shots. In fact, they dropped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ends in a row, but never more than 2 shots at a time. They played it tight.
Well, when I spoke to them this morning, David, they were full of life, no pressure whatsoever.
And so far, so good. The change of length has worked. It's thrown Christina Kristich off her length. And Amy Choi is enjoying this. Oh, that's a perfect bowl. That's really good.
There's not much draw with these bowls. I don't know what kind of bowl she plays with, but almost straight.
Christina being invited to play the
other
forehand
hand
at this.
yes.
And don't be short. Good bowl. Yeah, that's useful. Worth its weight in gold, that, if the jack moves.
This is a wonderful place as well. Very, very good. See the tactic here.
Well, yes, and Karen Murphy making it quite clear, both in voice and actions, what she wants here. A forehand shot with plenty of weight. Come on, take the bowls out, take the jack back, make a mess of this. Oh, that's not good.
Not good at all.
Because there was room inside that bowl with weight before. But moving the front bowl in the way that Christina did there has rather blocked the drive.
It's at this stage, David, I think we should mention what's going to happen if the jack does go out or in the ditch. It's going to be respotted.
Well, that's right. It will be, if it goes off the rink to the side, it'll be respotted. If it goes in the ditch, it just stays where it is. Unless, of course, again, it's beyond the confines of the rink.
Oh, she's covering the back.
Yes, Hong Kong Youth have got everything covered now. That was a deliberate positional bowl from Vivian Yip, quite expertly done.
Let's see what the world champion can do. She's not short.
Well, it's all or nothing now. She's got to hit this. It doesn't matter if she drops shots. She's got 2 more bullets left. Hong Kong Youth have taken their opportunity here and have played this end perfectly. And that's good too. 4 shots to Hong Kong Youth at the moment. If they keep those, they win the first set 13-8. This is the last end of the set, remember.
Wrong side again.
Just one more chance for Karen Murphy. This is Vivian Yip, though, her final delivery of the end. She's got everything covered, but another one round the back, that won't do any harm.
Is she happy with it, or is she...
Well, Vivian Yip
Difficult
has
to
got
say.
every reason to be extremely happy.
Oh yes,
She's
2
got
balls at the back now.
2 at the back waiting, and Karen Murphy is in loads of trouble here. She's 4 shots down. She's on the point of losing the first set. She needs 2 shots to win it, and I can't see her getting 2 out of this.
Well, for me, it was 2 very poor shots, two very poor attempts at moving the jack.
2 off-target drives. This time she needs to be on target, but even if she's on target, she can't come out of it with profit, in my opinion. But she's got to try and hit it. Backhand. I thought she'd have come the backhand last time, but she came forehand. Too much green.
Too much green again.
It's so easy to give
Wow.
it too much green on that hand, and it just doesn't bend. So the crowd here at the Kowloon Bowling Green Club extremely happy. It's 4, maybe even 5 there for the Hong Kong Youth, and
In the first set.
having made a great start and then squandered their lead, they're back in it now. I'm going to give them 5 shots for that. Which
The official one is 4.
is it? 4 shots?
4 shots.
Right, we put 4 shots down. That's 13 shots to Hong Kong Youth and 8 to Australia.
And the start of the second set. And we're back on the longer jacks again.
Well, Australia can be forgiven for thinking that they'd weathered the storm and come back into that first set after a disastrous start. There was 7-0 down. Hong Kong Youth scored a double and a 5 to go 7-0 up. Back came Australia, took the lead at 8-7. But they're great finishers, these young Hong Kong girls. Finished with a 2 and a 4. 13-8 the first set. Fascinating game. Better start from Christina Kristich on this long jack.
And I think we've got to say all credit to the Hong Kong youth development system that they operate here. To find two lovely bowlers like this, no pressure, no panic, and a good win in the first set against, as you say, two world champions.
Two current world champions too. This girl here, 21-year-old Christina Kristich, is the world under 25 singles champion. She won that title at Broadbeach in Queensland earlier this year.
And we can see why after that one.
Good defensive play from Amy Choi there. Getting as close as she can. Good second. Yes, you can't fault that. Three good bowls from the Australian. Amy Choi got one in, cutting it to a single. But the head really belongs to Australia.
Oh, unlucky.
But that's a much better bowl. That's given her a chance next time. Hong Kong youth have got a bowl behind the jack now. Everything to play for with her next delivery, Vivian Yip. This is Karen Murphy, the current no age limit world champion. Oh dear. Oh, I didn't see that happening. She's taken her own shot out, and I think it's Hong Kong youth holding shot at the moment.
The thing is, it's very difficult for us to judge it from where we're sitting. We need a view from the top. Camera on top would be fine. We could tell who was lying shot.
Oh, that's a great bowl from Karen Murphy. Moves the jack, and I think it was one to Hong Kong. Now, moving the jack, it's at least two to Australia. And Vivian Yip realised that she's got the best back bowl. That's her first delivery went through to the back position. So she'll be...
so we're forecasting a yard on here, I would think, David.
I would have thought a good yard.
Yes.
A good yard. Yeah, that's a pendulum swing. It looks like force here. There she goes. What has she got? Oh, unlucky. Just winged off that short bowl. That so often happens. If there is a short bowl there, you're almost certain to find it. So Australia set to make a good start to this second set. They're holding two shots. This could be three if Karen Murphy can get this one in. She's got a good line. Oh, she wanted
a little trail on that.
Well, a little bit more purchase on that,
Yes.
and the jack would move 6 inches, and it would have been 3 or 4. But applause from Christina Kristich for her first skip. Karen Murphy. It's 2 shots to
And
Australia.
I would assume we're back to the shorter jacks.
I don't think there's any prizes for guessing. We're back to the Australian style. Short jacks, finesse play, and see if we can build up a lead. Good line, lacking a yard. This time it's Amy Choi in first. Bowl's all about initiative, isn't it? And
That's the umbrella's going up again at the back.
yes, that's not very promising. Well played.
Young Amy's not got to grips with his forehand going down here in the shorter jacks.
But Christina's bowl there showing how difficult it is. She looked like a good green, but it just didn't want to come back. Came back a bit at the end.
No ripple of applause, so we don't know what's happened there. Seems a better line this time. All in the weight. Weight's perfect.
Second.
Second shot.
Yes, could be two.
Bit of aggression is called for here.
Well, she's not driving. She's still drawing. She was so close last time. Touch on the jack would be perfect. That makes two. Well played, Vivian Yip. Brilliant bowl from the Hong Kong youth skip. Trails the jack. It was 2 to Australia. Now it's 2 to the youth. This is dangerous. It's looking good. Can it bend? Well, a little bit unlucky there. Karen Murphy just went through that gap. Definitely one to Hong Kong youth. It could be two. And Vivian Yip with the last bowl of the end. She's found a good line down this
It's a
hand.
bit short.
Yes. Caution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the umpire, I think.
Yes, one shot
Yes.
has been awarded.
Only one?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it might be two.
I wish they'd make it a little clearer for us commentators.
Well, two
Two
it is.
shots. Two shots to Hong Kong youth. It was Christina Kristich who conceded the two without calling for the umpire. Quite clearly the two of them were in. And it's all square after two ends. of the second set.
And I think we'll be back to the longer jack, despite winning on the shorter one.
Yes, quite predictable that the long jacks suit the Hong Kong youth, the short jacks are the choice of the Aussies. That pattern has clearly developed during this Hong Kong International Classic pairs final. Hong Kong youth with the first set in the bag.
Skip's happy with that one.
A fascinating set it was. And now Australia's Kuristich and Murphy, knowing that they have to win this set to keep their hopes alive. Both these teams topped their groups, so fast-tracked through to the semi-finals. Hong Kong youth defeated Malaysia, who were probably favourites for the title.
I think that was a big surprise.
That was in straight sets too, 11-5, 10-5. What a feather in the cap that was for Amy and Vivian. Australia met Scotland in their semi-final, and they too came through in straight sets, 9-5, 10-7. That was against Anne Dunwoody and Claire Johnston.
Perfect line. Just a yard short.
The talented pairs from the Philippines who did the double last year and won the men's and women's titles, both lost in the quarter-final stage this year.
Yes, I umpired the game against the Philippines against Wales. On stage that looked very, very so Philippines might win, but the Welsh boys came through.
Yes, Robert Wheel and Mark Wyatt showed a great deal of character there to put a first set defeat behind them, came back to win the second set and then won the tie-break.
We'll be talking a lot more about that this afternoon, David.
Yes, an appetising men's final to look forward to. Australia involved in that too, but they're playing against Wales.
And talking to the Hong Kong girls this morning, they share the same birth date.
That's amazing, isn't it?
6th of October, yes.
2 years apart in age, but the same birthday. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's
all right.
useful.
She's not a million miles away here.
Great line, just gave up in sight of the goal. Right, this is Vivian Yip. Just a draw on the backhand.
Oh, very, very good.
Very well played.
Yes.
Whether it's made two or not, I'm not quite sure. But it's opened the jack in a
It
way.
has.
Christina Kurstich saying to Karen Murphy, now then, if you come out the backhand, to bring that jack through, everything's in our favour, apart from the shot. Important delivery from Karen Murphy.
Oh, it's caught that's the second time that's happened. Caught the front ball.
It's so easy for a skip
So
to
easy.
be caught on front stuff. They build up a forest of bowls in front of the jack, and it's difficult to actually
Just a one.
thread one through. One shot
One
then
shot.
to Hong Kong Youth. They've got their noses in front now in the second set. 3 ends played. Amy and Vivian lead 3-2.
We've got another longer jack here. Not the full jack, but the 3/4.
Yes, I can't see that tactic changing from either side.
No.
I think we're going to have long jacks from Hong Kong Youth throughout this game, and short jacks from the Aussies. Christina Kristic has said how much she has enjoyed playing with Karen Murphy in this event, and how much she's learnt from it, because Karen Murphy certainly goes back a long way and has got a very impressive CV. She's been there and done that over the last 20 years. Both looking very athletic, the Aussies. This is Christina, just 21 years of age, a student chiropractic. Earning praise from her skip there.
It's a lovely ball that's fallen the right way. Oh, and she's opened it up though. It was very unfortunate.
Yes, in one sense she's made it worse, because Australia now hold 2 shots and a chance for Christina to make it 3. But it's much more accessible now. It's there for Vivian to draw on the forehand. Well done, says Vivian to Amy.
Are they playing together in the Asia Pacific
Yes,
Championships?
yes, they are. Yes, Amy's playing lead, and Vivian is actually skipping the 4. So it's very, very worthy that Hong Kong Lawn Bowling Association have given these youngsters their head to play in such a prestigious event.
This is not a bad start. Look at this.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. She's shown time after time, Vivian, that she's a good pressure player, both with her firm driving shots and also with the draw. Oh, yes, very good. Great reply
Touch
from
of class
Karen
with
Murphy.
that one.
Just a shade too much weight with that. The line was good. That's another shot.
Oh, it fell back. Maybe not.
Oh, and the rain coming down now very
it's
heavily.
really coming down. I'm glad we're indoors, David.
We're in the best seat in the house. We have a roof over our heads. Could that be in for second? I don't. Well, they're celebrating that. Oh, everyone's running for cover. This is monsoon style rain.
It's the winter monsoon.
Yeah. Suddenly from nowhere. I mean, we've had a little bit of drizzle, but we've had nothing like this.
Well, when the camera panned on the high rise, I looked at the sky and it was black. Well, they got the wet weather. Karen's got hers.
So they've not been called off yet, and there's just one bowl to come from Karen Murphy. We'll have that bowl, finish the end, and then what?
Obviously, Rita's having a joke with her team.
They may well be forced into taking a bit of a break if the green goes underwater.
The drainage is very good here. Yes, the spectators have gone indoors like us. Still playing on.
Well, I think the amount of water on the green caused Karen Murphy to be a bit short with her last delivery. The end, has it been completed, or is there another? No, it has. It has been completed. So they're counting up the shots. One shot has been awarded to Australia. I think very likely there's another one in there.
I would get the umpire, Amy. Let him get wet. I think that might have been two.
I think it was two shots that were signalled there by Karen Murphy. In which case, Australia leapfrog into the lead at
I think
4-3.
that's the girls running off now. I think the rain has just become a little bit too heavy.
What a shame that the game should be interrupted at this point, because it's on the knife edge. Hong Kong youth won the first set 13-8, but here Australia are 4-3 up after 4 ends of the second set.
Well, with this little break, obviously, I think the Aussie girls going to get some wet weather gear on. I don't know about the Hong Kong girls. Are they? They're off the green at the moment. Anyway, well, we've got this break. David, what's the plans now? What does the future hold for you? You said you were off to...
Well, there's bowls and more bowls, really, because we've got this prestigious event, one of the world's top events, the Hong Kong Classic this week. Next week it's the World Champion of Champions in Australia. And then the Southern Hemisphere bowlers, plus the Asia bowlers as well, go to Christchurch for the Asia Pacific Championships. And the Northern Hemisphere bowlers, that's the European guys, go to Cyprus for the Atlantic Championships. And those will finish on the 13th of December. And then we take a little bit of a break for Christmas.
Break for Christmas.
Hey.
So when is it you're off? Tomorrow, is it?
Tomorrow, Monday, I fly off to Queensland for the World Champion and Champions at Helensvale. Very nice club there. Yeah. Not all that far from Brisbane.
I'm off tonight, back home, back to Spain via London. So I'm on the flight tonight.
Well, Jim, this is not looking good.
No.
It's getting heavier and heavier by the minute. I mean, during the week we had a little bit of rain.
Shower, but nothing too much.
And most players didn't even bother to put any on waterproofs then, because the temperature was warm and they were quite comfortable. So they were wet. So what? But this is a bit different.
I think they're coming off. Yeah, for me it's back to Spain. Sunny Spain, hopefully, not rainy Spain.
Yes, you've made your home in Spain now,
Yes, now.
after having a career here in Hong Kong.
Yes, I'm working for the government here.
How long were you here, Jim?
Oh, 21, 22 years.
I think you mentioned the fact that you came on a 2-year contract or
I
something
did.
like that.
It's the old story.
Yes.
Came in a 2-year secondment from the Lothian and Borders Police in Edinburgh. And decided life was too good in Hong Kong and I never went back.
Did you play bowls before you came to Hong Kong?
Yes, I played in the same club as Alex Marshall, Tatty Marshall.
Yes.
I played bowls with his father and grandfather,
Ah, sure. Was that Gorgie Mills?
Gorgie Mills.
Ah, yes, in Edinburgh.
Unfortunately, Tatty and his brother Robert, they couldn't join the club because we didn't have a junior membership for some strange reason.
Well, bowls has changed a lot over the years in that respect. I remember when I was young, you couldn't play bowls officially until you were 18. I think it was something to do with the licensing laws.
Yeah, that must have been the policy in our club as well, the Gorgie Mills.
There was a lovely story of why they brought in an age limit. Well, those are the bowlers of the future, aren't they? Eh?
The youth development team.
Yes, sign them up quickly.
Oh, we're back on the green now, David.
There was a youngster of just 16 years of age. He got to his club final in Sussex County in the south of England. His name was Roger Bird, and his opponent, who was his school teacher, refused to play him.
Oh, gee whiz.
And the whole matter, the issue was taken up and discussed at high level. I don't think it quite got to Parliament, but the English Bowls Association discussed it at length and decided that bowls was a game for men. That was the constitution.
Gee whiz.
And then they had to decide what a man was, how old you had to be a man. And they decided 18. They almost went for 21.
My goodness.
But they went for 18 in the end. So those of us who were victims of that law had to wait until we were 18 in order to play bowls competitively. Very different now.
Very different. I mean, Gorgie Mills, no junior membership and no lady members. Times have changed now.
It's a bit of a test now for all 4 players because the green conditions will be different. They'll be changing now end by end as the green either gets wetter or dries out. Well, that's opened it up for both players. There's a track in there now on the forehand.
That's what happens even with the wet weather gear.
Amy Choi coming down that forehand. She's got a perfect
struggling.
line. Struggling for length, not quite making it. Good effort, says Vivian.
The rain's off, obviously. Waterproofs are off. Forecast today was showers.
Safety first for Karen Murphy playing the backhand. Oh gosh, came in the back door as it were. I'm sure she was trying to come around everything rather than inside the front stuff, but did so quite successfully. It's 2 shots to Australia. They won't go on the card, of course, yet. Oh, unlucky, Vivian. Thought she was taking shot there. Still 1 to Australia. That's the line that Karen Murphy was trying to take with her first bowl, out around everything, and that's a good bowl.
Could be the shot. What's she signalling?
Well, it's definitely 1. It could be 3 to
I
Australia.
thought she signalled 3.
They're not very close, so it's difficult to tell. This is good if it runs. Well, not quite.
She's signalling a yard.
Well, this could be a very important pickup for Murphy and Kurstich. They're already 1 shot ahead in the set. If they picked up 3 here, they'd be looking good for a tie break.
They're just struggling a little bit in the conditions.
I think that's it, Jim. It's,
Yes.
so many short bowls on this end, but it's understandable because you really have to push them a bit harder with all this water on the green.
Oh, she's not happy.
Three shots?
I don't know.
1.
Don't know what was signalled there.
Well, they were claiming 3, and there was no objection from the other side. So
Yeah.
I'm sure it was 3 shots there
Could
to
be 4.
Australia, which makes it 7-3 after 5 ends of this second set.
This guy's not looking too clever over the high rise. The rain coming down again.
This is not the sort of picture we wanted to see.
No. I think that was a 4 in the last end. Did it?
Well, they seem to have decided that on the scoreboard, so we will give 4 shots to Australia. 8-3 Australia lead, and looking more and more like a tie-break now with only 4 ends left. The consolation for the Hong Kong youth team is that they don't need to win this set, merely to tie it. That would give them the match and the championship.
Vivian's happier with this one.
That's the shot.
Good bowling in the conditions.
Yes, Kristina Krstic picking out a very good line on the backhand in this direction. Not a bad weight either. And I thought the rain was abating,
Yes.
making a bit of a comeback. Karen Murphy in her wet gear. She occupies a very important role in world bowls.
Look at the rain now.
Not just a player, but a top administrator too. She's in charge of development in world bowls in Asia and Oceania. Oceania is about right as well in these conditions. Oh, what a marvellous bowl in those conditions. How did she do that? Vivian Yep finding line and length in this downpour, manages to move the jack and claims one shot.
Obviously doesn't bother with the wet weather gear. I think rain will be stopping play soon. Decisions have to be made.
I think they're looking for the lifeboats. You can see there's water developing, surface water now on the green, and that will make the green unplayable. They'll go on playing until they jolly well can't, but when pools start to appear on the surface, then will be the time to stop.
I think we're asking for a decision here. Claudius Lamb, the chief umpire. Saying play on. The one consolation is looking a bit brighter. Or am I just looking at the floodlight?
When they're being asked to play on, presumably they've been told to finish the end at least, and then we can reassess. But after that excellent delivery from Vivian Yep, it might be a bit unfair to call them off now. Hong Kong youth would like to put that shot on the card, but the end has to be completed first.
You can see. Just hope they've got a change of shots with them.
Well, I think those last two bowls make a case for calling them off. Those two bowls are, what, 4 yards short?
4 yard short.
And I bet both those players thought they were pretty well in the ditch when they delivered them.
Well, the rain's certainly stopping.
And they're managing to smile through it all. Big smile from Kristina Krstic there. Put some weight behind that. It looked like a drive. And it finished, what, 2 feet through? Well, Vivian, if she's going to play the forehand here and reach, she's going to be a bit careful.
Got to be very careful.
the shot that she so expertly created could disappear. She's playing the backhand, which is the better choice altogether. Chance here, if she could
What's she trying to do
contact the green bowl, she could make, not that green bowl, the other one, she could have made 3 shots. But finished a metre short,
One.
takes the one, and well, it's still very, very much open. The Hong Kong youth team need another 4 shots over the next 3 ends.
I just wonder if we're playing on here. I think they've gone off. Finished the end and they've gone off.
But it looks very much as if that is the case. We are hoping that the rain will stop and that
Yes, there's a pitch inspection now.
and I hope you're right, Jim, that the Kowloon Bowling Green Club greens do drain quickly, because at the moment there's a lot of standing water on them.
Here's the Fa Wong. Good friend of mine. He was the Fa Wong at the Hong Kong Cricket Club when I was a member.
There we have it. Nobody would want to play bowls on that.
No. And of course the Fa Wong doesn't want his green damaged.
Claudius Lamb there, the tournament director, making decisions along with the groundsman, the Fa Wong. Consultation going on, and the decision being conveyed to the players.
Go back to the hotel and get changed. Of course, in 2.5 hours' time, David, we're sitting down again. It's the men's final, so we'll be hoping for a bit better weather.
The Aussies didn't look too pleased with what they were being told then, you know.
No idea what's happening. That's Rita Sheck, the Hong Kong team coach.
And
Oh, the girls are not bothered.
brave spectators, are they? Staying out there in wind and rain.
That's one of the Aussie men bowlers having a chat.
Yes, Corey Wedlock. What a lovely name, isn't it?
Corey Wedlock.
Corey Wedlock, the Australian skip.
I've just looked out the window, David. The other 2 umpires are leaving, so goodness knows what's happening. Well, they're taking their bowls back, so what's going on?
The floodlights on because the levels have dropped. That's the historic Kowloon Bowling Green Club. It's been there for so many decades.
Say something. Karen Murphy's put in a lovely ball. Little bit of a target. See what Vivian can do this time. Well, she's having another run at it. And she's had a good strike there. But I don't think she's had the best of luck. Christina Tristig is having a look. They're obviously asking for the umpire for a measure. Really difficult to tell from this angle. Umpires are out with the ditch measure, as we call it. From the angle that I looked at there, to me it looks like one for Australia, but I could be wrong. Having another measure at it, trying to get as accurate as possible. And it's 1 to Australia, so Australia win the second set by 11 shots to 4. And we're now into the exciting part of the match where it's a tie-break, 3-end tie-break. And it's all on shots, and we've just had a toss of the coin. So 1 set each here at Club Recchio, and we're indoor after having been rained off at Kowloon Bowling Green Club. So the first bowl of the first set of the tie-break. Amy Choi has bowled the jack, and as expected, it's a longish one. That's the length they've been bowling both on the grass and the carpet. Same number of bowls in the tie-break, 3 bowls each. Not a bad first bowl from young Amy. She does have a bit difficulty with the longer jack. Vivian's applauding Amy's bowl, but signalling it's probably a yard away. Christina's second ball. Karen's applauding it, so the assumption, I assume it must be she's lying shot. This is a better ball from Amy Choi. Difficult to tell from this angle what the position is, but from here it looks like 1 to Australia. Well, it's another hand clap from Karen Murray, signalling one, I think. Now it's the skip's turn to see what they can do. As I say, 3-end tie break. Vivian to bowl first. Just a little bit wide on that one. Christina signalling with her foot where she would like Karen to put the ball. I think she wanted it a wee bit further than that though. This is not a bad effort from Miriam, but just still a bit short. Christina's signalling that Australia is still lying one. And suggesting that Karen puts the ball where her foot is. Oh, she's signaling, trying to urge that one forward, but Australia still lie one. Vivian is coming up to have a look-see, as we say here. If she could move the jack back a little bit to the left as we see it. As I've said throughout this game, I've umpired both these teams over the past week, and I've been very impressed with the skills that they've shown, the drawing ability and the heavier shots that both skips have played. So here we are, Vivian's last ball in the first set of the tiebreak. Oh, just a little bit heavy. So it's 1 to Australia. First game of the tiebreak, 1 to Australia. I'm sure Karen Murphy will be wanting to make it 2, but we'll see what happens here. On its way, but I'm afraid it's short again. Not like Karen Murphy. Well, young Amy's not conceding the shot, she wants to measure it. But the Aussie girl seems quite confident. So here we are at the start of the second game in the tiebreak. Australia won by 1 shot, and they have the mat. Christina, I'm quietly confident, will go back to her normal shortish jacks, albeit she's Standing on one leg there, signalling something. I don't know what it is. Asking for the jack to be centred. And we're off. First ball of the second game of the tiebreak. Australia leading by 1, having won the first end. Backhand draw from Kristina Kristic. And not too bad. See what Amy can do in reply. Not the best green. And probably a yard short. What a lovely goal. Karen Murphy will be very happy with that run. Young Amy struggling a bit coming down this way. Well, it's not the best of balls, but it's in a nice position, I would think. See what Amy can do here. Just a little bit heavy. Up to you, Vivian, I'm afraid. Difficult to see who's lying here, but I would think it must be Australia. See what Karen Murphy can do here. Oh, she's drawn in, certainly for the shot. Australia could be lying too. Young Vivian with her goal, and to me that could be the shot from where I'm sitting. Karen Murphy's second goal is going to be falling short. Players seem to have a difficulty in finding the green coming down here with the backhand. Maybe in second attempt. Just gone that bit past, but not wasted. Karen Murphy's drawn the shot. What can Vivian do? This is a very important shot for Vivian. I don't think she wants to go 2 or 3 down going into the last end. Well, here's the ball. Could it be the winning shot? Yes, it is. What a wonderful shot. One to the Hong Kong youth team. So 1-1. And into the deciding game in this tiebreak. Amy has the mat, has the jack, and then all exciting here. What a wonderful game of balls. I assume it's going to be a longish jack. Six balls left in this final. 6 balls each, I should say. It's come right down to the wire. And it's Hong Kong to bowl the first jack. Skip's put a foot exactly where she would like the green she would like the ball to travel on. Obviously a very good start. Excellent start from Amy Choi. Skip's very happy with that shot. Pressure on Australia. See if Christina Christie can get inside the Hong Kong goal. She's trying, but just a little bit short. Youth team still line 1. Weight was good, but just a little bit wide. Hong Kong youth team still line 1. See what Christina can do with her last ball. Karen Murphy's looking at it. Fell back, probably could have fallen back the wrong way. As I say, difficult to know what's happening here. Christina Christic having a good look at it. She can't tell. Vivian Yip with her first bowl in this deciding game. We have to have a winner in this game to decide the championship. The Hong Kong youth team won the first set and Australia won the second set. 4 more bowls to be played to decide the championship. Oh, Vivian, how unfortunate. Vivian's knocked her shot out, and it looks like it's one to Australia. Not really what you wanted to do, particularly as we thought here it was going to be a measure. Karen Murphy to bowl. Her second bowl, see what she can do. But it looks like one to Australia from where I'm sitting. And I would think that's 2 to Australia. Vivian's got 1 bowl left. Let's see what she can do. She's got a smile on her face, so hopefully it's going to be a winning smile. I don't know what shot she'll play here. The one thing certain, she cannot be short. She's chasing her ball. My goodness gracious me, she's got the jack. What a wonderful shot. What a wonderful shot. Umpire's marking the toucher in the ditch. The jack's gone to the right of the number 2 and the ball's gone to the left of the number 2. What can Karen Murphy do here? I would think 4 or 5 feet. See what the world champion can do here. The last bowl of this very exciting last game in the tie-break. 1 bowl to go. Can Karen Murphy do it? Can she win the championship for Australia? The ball is on its way. Christina's looking at it anxiously. Well, it's on the right road, but is it long enough? She's urging it forward. Oh. She's not sure. Now the Hong Kong girls. I think it's going to be the umpire to make the decisions here. Karen Murphy's having a look as well. She'll be kicking herself if she's short. It's going to be the umpire's call here. Bob Crampton came all the way up from Australia to umpire this one. And he's got to make the decision. Local umpires asked Bob to look after the measure at the jack end. There's Ronnie Yip, the other umpire, coming on to help. The crowd are waiting to be put out their misery. What is happening? One to the Hong Kong youth team. What a great end of bowls. Being congratulated by the Aussies. And another wonderful success for the Hong Kong youth team. And Hong Kong bowling in particular. They're running up the green here. Who are they running to? Oh, they're running to the Aussie coach. And to Rita Sheck, the Hong Kong coach. What a wonderful game of bowls. And Helen Lau's jumped in as well. What a great game of bowls. They've grabbed the Hong Kong flag. And now, oh, they're off up the green. What a wonderful result. And now we're looking forward to the men's final. Australia against Wales. And if it's half as good as this one, it'll be a great match. There they go. What a wonderful afternoon for them.